What's up, everybody? I'm Roadblock, and we are on the free-to-play challenge account. Uh, Trying to think about what I'm going to talk about. um, so I just got done getting all my dailies completed for the day. We did get a couple of ancients. Let me check and see. I don't think I can afford it, even if it's available. Yeah, I can't. I want to talk about something awesome. So a lot of people have been asking me to do videos on different things, right? People want me to do a video on RSL Helper. People want me to do a video on Dark Fae, things like that. Those videos will be coming at hopefully some point in the near future. I'm a little hesitant to do a video on RSL Helper because, quite frankly, I'm not an expert, and the counter argument to that is I'm not an expert at Raid. While I do make content for Raid, I'm learning new stuff every day. And by the way, you guys are amazing. It wasn't on this series, it was on my other series, but I was talking about how there's like hidden silver in your forge. Like you can craft this stuff and make silver from it. And I was like individually clicking and deleting it. And somebody pointed out the most obvious thing. And I understand it's completely obvious. This is what I'm talking about when I say you don't know what you don't know. They're like, why don't you just craft it all and then go in and hit just new and then sell it all? I was like, why didn't I think of that? Like it's the most obvious, like right in front of me, staring me in the face thing. And for whatever reason, it just didn't click. It's just, I'm just playing the game, doing what I do in the game. So, mostly I just wanted to, talk about that and say that you guys are helping me, and I learn new stuff every day, and have given me kind of a new appreciation for the game. Um, so the other thing that I finally did, and this was, you guys told me this in a comment, and I would have tested it on my own, but I did something. So this account ran Dragon all day today, even while I wasn't here. I set it on. So in RSL Helper, you have an option that says run effective resources right here. Then you can, if you then you can like go into a dungeon or a keep or whatever you want to use your energy for. You just tell it to run your effective resources. So it'll take all of the energy that you have stored down, but what it will also do is wait for the refresh. It'll wait until, like, if I was doing something that cost 20 energy and it goes down to 15, it will wait until I tick back up to 20 and then automatically run it again, which will take me to 0. Then it'll wait till it gets back up to 20 and run it again. This is really, really valuable for me because I have a full-time job. So this is something where, remember when I went gem broke by sending people to get all of their masteries? Well, I wouldn't need to do that in future iterations of the free-to-play challenge if they ever do another one like this, which I hope that they do. Um, I would be able to use my energy when I'm not around, overnight, during the day, all, and I can farm Minotaur during those points in time using just the energy that gets refreshed every couple minutes, right? This is what I can't see, unfortunately, because I have energy right now. The reason I have energy, if you're like, wait, you said you spent all your energy, I just hit day 49, so I get the 500 energy right here. That was a big boost for me. The question is where I'm going to use it. I should use it in campaign right now. That's where I should use it. We need to get Selenia up before I go ahead and, go all in on Selenia. I'm pulling my ancient shards, and this is mostly because I just got to make sure that there isn't some other HP burn champion behind this, right? If there's a Mordecai inside of this ancient shard, or even better yet, a Geomancer, and I already put resources into Selenia before I pull that, it would be a negative. It would be a problem for the account because now I would have to focus on a different character. So I always want to open these before I kind of pull the trigger on stuff. Now, where are we with her? Because I know I mentioned recently that, this is the next step, right? Getting Selenia to 5 stars. I've got 3 pieces of food ready to go for her. As Here is the 4th piece of food, and the 3rd piece of food is getting leveled up in campaign right now, right here, almost done. So that would be all the food that I need to get Selenia up, or potentially a different champion should we pull them. So let's go ahead and pull these shards real quick. It's okay. Now, again, if you're, I am pulling on non 2Xs here on this account. I don't recommend that. In fact, I might even change that for future free-to-plays, but at this point, I'm already kind of in YOLO mode. It's kind of, out of my hands here. So we get 2 rares. Not anything that I'm really looking for in these 2 particular rares. So I think Selenia is going to get that magic level today. So in fact, I could probably knock those out on camera for you guys, and then I can stop talking about it, because I know I keep on talking about it over and over and saying, well, I'm gonna level her. I'm gonna level her up. Here we go. It's like that. For those of you that remember the old Geico commercial where he's got the dollar on a fishing line. You almost got it. And I'm not trying to tease you guys on that. It's just, A, it's time that I need to get to that point, and B, it's waiting to see what I pull. Because I can look ahead and say, okay, I'm going to have shards coming up here pretty soon. I am using my chickens too. Part of this is because I am kind of going all in on this this team, which I talked about. There's a clan boss event coming up. That's going to be the 2nd week of March. I need to have my team up and ready to go. So I can't... what am I saving the chickens for, right? I mean, we're almost done with this event. We're, halfway through? And this might not even be accurate. I think I missed a day or 2. But we're at day 50, so we're over halfway if my counter is correct. If day 90 right here is the end, we're over halfway. So...
Shoot him, Kevin!
Oh, shoot him, Kevin. Who was that? Thank you, Rusco, for the subscription. Appreciate that. So it's funny. People tell me that those scare the crap out of them when they're watching my videos. Sometimes they get me too. Like, that one wasn't especially loud for me, but sometimes they're really loud and they completely catch me off guard. But back to what I was saying. We're over halfway, so there's really no reason to save the chickens. I'm not... maybe I pull something crazy good, like, like a Geomancer or something, but at this point, it's not looking like that's going to happen. So, now, I'm actually considering, let me know in the comments if you guys want this. I'm considering making a video about how I would do this challenge differently next time. And that's twofold. One, to kind of talk about my shortcomings, because I think it's important to understand where you fell short, what your flaws were, but also to get feedback from you guys and say, oh, yeah, no, that makes sense, Roadblock. I think that you should do that next time. Or counterpoint, hey, did you think about this? You're gaining advantage by doing this mechanic, or by summoning shards, YOLOing shards. You're giving yourself more food, or, something I might not think about, right? So I thought about making a video about the mistakes that I've made, and how I would fix them if we were to do another free-to-play challenge, which I really hope that we do. I remember, very early on thinking like, no, I'm never doing this again. This is miserable, but I'm excited because to potentially do it again, because I really think that I could learn from my mistakes. I can learn. I have this free-to-play challenge account has evolved me so much as a Raid Shadow Legends player. It has changed my perspective on a lot of little things. First and foremost, it has made me better understand the value of poisons in an early game. That's for sure. Um, it also made me understand the value of legendaries a little bit better, and it almost has reaffirmed some of the things I did in my free to play series. But I was rushing so much in this challenge series, and I really am impressed quite a bit with. I haven't watched too much content from the other creators in this event, but Deadwood Jedi's really kind of stuck out to me. He had that that tortoise approach, like the tortoise and the hare. He had that tortoise approach to it, where he's like, no, 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 I'm still gonna do everything the right way. I'm gonna save my shards for 2x. I'm gonna be patient and work on the champions that I get, and we'll go from there. And I mean that's just a that's probably a misrepresentation of what his strategy was, but it really felt like I remember when he had a bunch of shards to pull during a 2x, and I was like, wait, he's not YOLOing shards? I thought we were all doing that because we don't want legendaries, and it's, 2x is more than just getting legendaries. This game is more than just getting legendaries, and I really think that while he had a slower start, I think he's having a much stronger finish. So, and again, I haven't like directly watched all of his content. I think I've glanced at like a video or two. So I could be completely wrong in that, but I don't know. It kind of changed my approach to the thing. Enough about this as a whole, though. I don't want to talk too much about it here in this video. It'd probably be better as a separate video. So let me know if you guys want that. If you guys don't comment, I won't make it. It doesn't make any sense, but I thought it'd be something interesting. And I could do it after, too. We could do like an after action report, Okay, we've gone the 90 days. Let's talk about it. So maybe I'll do it that way. I think that's probably a better idea. Make a final closing episode where I just reanalyze everything. So, okay. As far as events and stuff go, I do kind of want to get these Blade Master points, which is why I've been spending energy in Dragon. This Dungeon Divers ends in 5 hours. I should probably use my energy to get that Dungeon Divers done. Well, no, we need to let's go ahead and get Selenia upgraded. So let's go ahead and finish this guy, this 3-star. I'll do this on camera for you guys. We're just gonna do a couple runs here. I am seeing some improvement while I have some downtime to kind of talk. I am seeing some improvement in the team overall. The great thing about farming Dragon 2 is that I'm really getting some good gear. I've got quite a few good pieces that I'm excited to use. I actually have some crit damage gloves with crit rate as a substat, which is really nice to potentially build someone to be a heavier hitter. I would prefer, hopefully, Rathalos, but we'll see if I can pull it off. That's going to require a lot of crit rate throughout the rest of his kit. I do think Selenia is going to be built pretty well, and I really think with Hitatsu being as much stronger now, I think I can get away, especially with Leech. I think I can get away with losing the lifesteal set from Athel. That's a big if, or a big question mark if I can pull that off or not. So we'll see. If I feel like I can keep her damage up while still maintaining a lifesteal set, I will. But to be fair, she's the only champion on my team in a lifesteal set. Now, Miscreated heals himself. Hitatsu brings healing and Leech, and Hitatsu stays alive longer than anybody else. He's the last person to die. Now, he's built more tanky, of course, but if that's the case, then what is lifesteal really kind of doing for me, right? If he can survive without lifesteal, then so could other champions on the team, right? I mean, at least theoretically. He has to be surviving off of the continuous heals and Leech. That's the only thing that's keeping his health up. So I don't know. That's I'm gonna have to finally buckle down and do some experimenting. So this weekend, I do have uh, 2 days off, and what's great about when I have the weekends off is that I actually just don't sleep all day. So when I'm off during the week, I end up setting an alarm and then eventually just pushing snooze and snooze and snooze until it's the middle of the day, and I wake up to go pick up my daughter from school. So um, the great news is that my wife won't let that happen when I'm home on the weekends. So I will be up. We'll get stuff done in the mornings as a family, have our family time and whatnot, and then I have time to play Raid without needing to do stuff. Like a lot of times during my days off in the week, I'll say like, okay, I'm going to do I'm going to level this champion, or I'm going to rebuild this champion. And then I sleep, and then when I get on, I have to get all the dailies done that I didn't do the night before. So this weekend, I really do think I'm going to make some progress and get a lot of things done that I've kind of been putting off. I also want to point out, I do know there's a champion training event right now. I don't think, I mean, there's no reason to save the brews, but I don't know that it's a big priority for me right now, especially since I'm using chickens anyways. So I'm not really worried too much about putting the brews into this stuff, but maybe I could put a couple brews into this food, right? I mean, these are some this is low hanging fruit right here. And what does that get me? Where am I at on the Titan event? So I'm just on page 3, and I need a lot of points to get that 3rd star. Because I'm having way less luck on Dungeon Divers here than the other areas. Because I got these points on my main account. I don't know if I got them on my regular free-to-play account or not, but I think I'm pushing for them right now, in fact, on the regular free-to-play account. Just double-checking. Yeah, I didn't get those. Okay. I'll use brews. There's no reason not to. It's the same thing I was just saying. What am I saving them for? So we'll get a little bit of extra points here during this champion training event. Because if we can get that extra... If we can get more points, that's going to be really big for... Or if we can get that 3-star soul, that's a big boost. Especially since I'm using Heaven Cast on him, it's going to make that even stronger. So we've got Selenia. We've got the food. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I mean, this is better. This is better. But I could have just used the chicken. I don't know why. Because I've been leveling so many 5-star champions lately. I've just been in autopilot. I was just in autopilot. I really... Oh, man, I'm so dumb. Okay. Alright, we got Selenia to 5 stars. I'm going to send her as well. These points don't count for champion training event. They only count for the tournament. But it does get me this quest here, and then it does bring up her power level and allow her to use a necklace, which will get more power out of her tomorrow. So I'm probably going to rebuild them tonight, or at least rebuild Selenia, and kind of commit to her, right? Put real gear on her. We need to get accuracy on her. That's a big, big deal right now. And then I think so what I'm going to do next is set up. So how many is the champion training event? 30 points. But the remaining Dungeon Divers points is 70. So that's 100 points total if I can pull that off. So another 100 points would be 410. So we'd be like to here. Then we still need to go to 600. So it's going to be a big push for sure. I don't know that I'm going to have the silver to pull off an artifact enhancement event. So I don't know. But it's really hard. I feel like I need to kind of go all in here and get that soul. I just don't know. Um, I've given the calendar a bit of a look. I think I'm gonna pull these soul stones here too, because there's no sign of an event coming up for them, and I mean, I even if an event comes, I need the player power now. So my wish list is ready. I already double checked it. I fell. No. Well, I know I'm not getting him. So if we go to the collection, all these 1 stars are expensive. Well, not Urgrim. Urgrim's good. I mean, Echak is good too. So we can sell these. And then let's purchase a couple. Purchase one more. Summon it. And I know there's talks about 2X's coming out for these, but again, I have no way of knowing that right now. So I have to go with what I've got. So I really need some luck from this one. Pretty bad. Unless that's Rathalos, it's not great. Yep, so we sell that one. There it is. It's a lot of points right there. All right. Well, we took a shot. Like I said, I did give consideration to saving, but they're not giving us any information about March, and I'm kind of feeling the pressure moving forward, so I decided to just go ahead and pull those instead of letting them sit there. So again, something I may regret, right? Showing that patience or lack thereof, but let's see. Yeah, I just don't know that I can, so even if I do the artifact enhancement to here, that's 30 points. If I get these, that's 70, so we have 100 points there. Champion training event to here is 130. We could maybe go to 200 points, although I don't really have anybody to level. So that's 200 points from that. And then as far as tournaments go, Classic Arena, so that's 250 points. I don't know that we could pull off the Fire Knight turn attack. And obviously the champion chase ain't going to happen for us. This doesn't even give points that we need anyways. So, wow. What a tournament. Holy crap. Wow, that's really an interesting tournament. I may need to chase that on my main account. All right, so 250 points is what I can see right now that I can get. That would be 560 points, so still well short of the 600 that I need for the split soul. So, I just don't think I'm gonna have what it takes. I'm not gonna give up, but I mean, if I'm able to push here, this is reasonable in a champion training event. But that means all my energy's got to go to the champion training event. So then how do I, or not all of it, right? I have to do a little bit of Dungeon Divers and then do a little bit of artifact enhancement. And then I could probably do champion training, do it with that not trick, but with what I was just talking to you guys about. So, yeah, so I'm going to do some dungeon tonight, which will also help Selenia get some levels. She does need to get... I'm not going to do masteries until she gets 6-starred, right? So I'll be leveling up a bunch of food for Selenia, basically. So I'll be leveling up 3 stars to 4 stars, 4 stars to 5 stars. So it's going to be low-level stuff, but I'll be building up for Selenia. Let's go ahead and... I'm actually going to put the crit damage one on her. I'll take it to Artifact Enhancement event, right? Let's go ahead and level it. But she is crit capped, so, or close to it. So the extra crit damage will actually be beneficial to her. But she'll gain some levels while doing dragon. So I'm going to do a couple dragon runs here. How many points do I need in the Dungeon Divers? Because I'm not going to get to this, right? So I'm at... I need 150 points. So I'm doing Dragon 16, 14. All right, let's just do 10 runs, or we'll do 15 runs. That should be fine. We'll do 15 runs. I want super raids, and I'm going to set that up, and then while that plays in the background, do an outro. So that's what the account is. Pretty excited to see kind of what happens. I do want Selenia to get leveled up through some of this stuff because she dies in this fight anyways on the waves. So I'm not losing anything by her being level 1. So it'll be good to get her in this dungeon and gaining some levels. And then of course I will be don't know if I'll bring her for the champion training event. I may just kind of level her in dungeons and stuff. I need to at least get her... I don't need to get her to 4-star. She dies in like the first couple turns on Clan Boss Rick, as it is at her current level on the difficulties that matter. On Hard and Brutal, she dies super fast. So getting her built back up isn't a super big rush. It'll make the team better when she gets up there, but I'm also okay to kind of double dip and farm some gear and do some other things while I'm doing that. So maybe I bring her for some of the early levels, bring her in campaign while doing champion training event just to get her kind of back up to where she was. But as you can see, like, we're clearing this pretty easily without her. So, okay. Well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the comments. They really do help. I love it when you guys give me feedback and let me know, hey, have you tried this? Did you think about that? So feel free to keep those coming. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.